They say bad blood, but I think most of the blood being shed is from good guys. They should just call it good blood.
CM Punk is not a good guy, and I hope he bleeds out.
CM Punk is your Lord and Savior.
No pukesters helping me to the left, and no pukesters helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now.
You are the ex-champion, Hogan.
Now this is the way, Tony and David, that you do the figure 4 leg lock.
You wearing a SummerSlam shirt?
WWE Slam.
Oh.
Rock and Sock Connection, boy.
Damn, that's a throwback right there. Yo, that's an underrated tag team. It was short-lived, but that was a solid tag team.
Super entertaining segments. Like, yeah, it's one of the best.
I just seen an interview with the Hardy Boys on
oh God.
Oh man, who was it? It wasn't Cheap Heat. I forget what it was.
No, I saw something floating around too.
And Jeff Hardy, man, I feel bad for Jeff because I don't know if it was years of just being an alcoholic, but you could tell, or I think it was alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
Just years of abuse. You can just tell like there's so much off with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt. And Matt looks like he's like his face has been broken multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad for do they I mean, I don't know the financial situation, but do you still have to do this? You know what I mean? Or is it just a passion thing?
I think they probably just love it and they don't know anything else. Like the Hardy Boys, even before they were the Hardy Boys, they were like jobbers in WWE, enhancement guys. And I mean, that's like mid 90s and they got to be early 20s at that point. Or maybe even like, I would imagine early 20s, but that's what they've done their whole lives. So, I don't know how it's just like basketball players, right? Like guys who continuously get hurt and continuously try to make comebacks and their bodies just start breaking down on them. But it's like, they don't know anything else. Different from WWE to where like WWE, I don't know. Some guys have been successful outside of it, but like, where do you take your career after that? If you're not still in wrestling, basketball players, they tend to make pretty good connections and, go sell real estate or some shit like that.
Yeah. Do you know much about the is it NIE or NIL?
NIL?
Yeah, the collegiate deals.
Not with WWE. Like, I mean, NIL stands for name, image, and likeness. So essentially that allows college athletes to be paid off of that, their name, image, and likeness. So you see it a lot with like football players, where now you'll see like college football players in commercials, or like they can come to a local dealership and get paid to sign autographs or whatever. The WWE side of things, I'm not 100% sure how it works because they have NIL deals too with a lot of college athletes.
Yeah.
And I think it's more them just like, I don't know. It kind of seems like they're getting these college athletes who may or may not be able to go pro into just kind of their feeder system, like to get to NXT or whatever. Similar to like what they did with Mark Henry. Obviously he wasn't in college, but paying for him to, train for the Olympics.
Yeah, I think it was his son that I just seen got a deal with the WWE, which I thought was dope. I just didn't know. I know the imaging and likeness because when I had Jaquindon Jackson, a former Utah running back, now he's just killing it in Arkansas. This dude he's about to go to the league. But he was telling me about the those deals, the image and likeness, but he was also telling me that it's not always the greatest for some guys. So
yeah, and I think it really depends on, I mean, a starting quarterback at a SEC school is going to make a ton of money. Some college female basketball players, women's basketball players, they like Caitlin Clark, I guarantee, was making more money from her NIL deal in college than her contract is in the WNBA. But she has all type of endorsements still. But yeah, some of them can just make more money in college, which is kind of cool. You have the situation with is it UNLV quarterback, to where he was promised a certain amount of money to come play there and only got a very small portion of it, like a ridiculously small portion. So he's like, I'm out. College athletics is going to get weirder and weirder, but
the money is what's going to tear it apart, man. But at the same time, I understand it. I think these guys deserve the money.
Because a lot of these universities just make a ton of money off the backs of these guys and girls going out there, sacrificing their body and doing all this. And I understand the argument of, well, you can get a scholarship and like, that's awesome too. But really, what is the cost of education? What should it be? I mean, I know what I've paid. I paid not too long ago, and I'm still paying, to graduate college. But I don't know. I mean, we're going down a whole other road right now.
I know we're talking about wrestling, and it did coincide with the NIL deal. But I mean, Reggie Bush, he has his lawsuit coming up. But yeah, welcome to the Figure 4 podcast. I am Dre Rawka, coming at you live from Cousin Tyrone's basement.
Will Wonder here, King Gunther's guest room. Get out of here, Braun Breaker. You don't even look at the title. Get in line. you lose your IC title after 3 months, after 2 defenses, and all of a sudden now you're next in line. Get out of here.
It's all starting to make sense.
Agent Orange looking mother sucker.
He did patch it up with Jey Uso. They are on respectful terms.
Yeah.
Is Jey Uso gonna come and help him get that heavyweight title off of Gunther?
I mean, let's just get into it right now. Maybe, but when the hell is Jay gonna get into this bloodline storyline? We're running out of time before Survivor Series, okay?
I don't know if that's happening, man. They just gave him a brand new title, new look, and everything.
I know what is happening. Oh, I love the look of the new belt too. Just adding that blue, a nod to the old IC title. Like I really like it, because the IC title was repugnant, if we're gonna be honest.
I agree.
Yeah.
But there's rumors breaking kayfabe. Journey Fatu's missing from the circuit. Zilla is he didn't re-sign with GCW. So those are both bloodline members that are in the professional wrestling circuit that are not anywhere to be found right now.
Huh.
So I don't know. Maybe big cousin Roman Reigns has to get some different troops, because who knows what's going on with Jimmy?
Yeah, where is Jimmy? Back of a milk carton right now.
Missing in action. We don't know where he's at. I shouldn't say surprised, but I thought we would see this Intercontinental Championship with Braun Breaker continuing a little bit longer. I did not see him coming after the heavyweight title.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought we'd get a rematch, but yeah, I don't know. It felt short. It felt weird. And, I hadn't finished Raw when you would text me, Breaker's I don't remember how you put it. Something about him whooping my king's ass. But I was like, wait, what? And so when I got to that part, I was like, nah, come on, bro. Already we're doing this? No, we need him I don't know.
I think it could be a fun match. I think it'd be a fun match. I don't know how. I mean, Gunther can work the mic, and Braun Breaker continuously has been working the mic pretty damn good. So the more I think they're gonna make us love this, it's gonna happen. We're gonna love this, and Gunther is gonna lose that title. They're gonna. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
He's not. He is not gonna hold that title the same way he did the IC title.
You're telling me this kid, this child of a man, who had the IC title for 3 months, defended it twice, lost to main event Jey Uso, who had never held a singles title ever. So he gave him his first singles title, just gets to be next in line for Gunther's championship. No,
absolutely. We got to
Sammy's going to get knocked off. And then I don't know.
I'll give you that one. Gunther will beat Sami Zayn, but we all know Sami and Braun Breaker have history. So that lines up Sami and Braun Breaker back for the heavyweight title. And then Sami gets that title back towards maybe top of the end of 2025.
Sammy's getting that title?
Yes.
Oh my hell.
Yeah.
What do we do? What? Why?
It's the writings on the wall, bro. We have seen crazier things.
For Sami Zayn to be the heavyweight champion?
Yeah.
Are you saying the IC title?
No, the heavyweight championship. The one that Gunther holds right now. Sami Zayn will get that off of either Braun Breaker or he'll get it off of Gunther.
I don't think I could ever have disagreed with you more than I am right
now. So it's been forever since we sat down and talked. We usually record on Tuesdays, but we are recording on a Thursday. Yeah. I mean, we've had SmackDown, we've had Raw. Mm-hmm. We now have a complete Bad Blood card.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
I don't think we can touch on SmackDown. Was SmackDown pretty boring to you as a whole, minus the Andrade Carmelo Hayes match?
I was going to say yes, but then to hear that AJ Styles is coming back.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome. But then I'm like, where?
Yeah, where does he fit in?
Because you got KO and Randy obviously beefing with Cody Rhodes. Randy's trying to play peacekeeper, but when I heard AJ Styles is coming back, I was really confused on where, especially on SmackDown.
Can I tell you where I would love to see him? Is in a feud with LA Knight.
Ooh.
For that title, for the US title. That's what I would like. I don't know if that happens because it seems like they're really in on this Andrade, Melo, LA Knight, which is fine. I love that too, but I would like AJ Styles in that US title picture because that's what I think that was the first title AJ won, was a US title.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah,
I think AJ Styles could hold that title really, really nicely. I'm hesitant to say better than LA Knight, but LA Knight hasn't really done nothing with this title.
I think it could be better than LA Knight. LA Knight was so over, and to an effect, he still is, but it doesn't feel the same with that title on him. I don't know why.
Yeah, is he losing his heat?
Yeah, could be. Yeah. Except for that part,
Naomi came out with the fire attire, a nod to Uno, the game Uno.
Yeah.
She did not skip. She did not pass go. She did collect all her monies against Bailey, ultimately losing though.
Yeah.
Since Naomi's return, I gotta say, I don't think they're using her the right way.
I don't think that. I was very excited when she came back, and she had done some good stuff while she was away too. And there was a lot of hype, in the Rumble when she did come back. Her music hit, and it was like, oh shit!
Lasted a long ass time too.
Yeah, and now it's kind of like they don't even do her entrance half the time. They didn't do it on SmackDown, did they? If I remember right, they didn't show her full entrance.
She got glow. She got the glow.
Did she?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know, man. Yeah, they could definitely do more with her. I think they could do more with a lot of the women. I think this is going to sound really bad of me. I feel like they're pushing the wrong women in the women's division.
Ooh, let's touch on that because there are a lot of superstars that are in the women's division.
On SmackDown, sorry, Raw is obviously where it needs to be. The tag picture on Raw is weird.
Yeah,
if we can be real,
Pure
Fusion Collective, that whole thing's weird.
Valkyria being back, the after party being back.
Yeah. But like with Nia holding the title,
yeah,
it just feels weird, doesn't it?
Well, that's why they're going to get it off her. Tiffy Time's going to get that belt.
That's very true.
So how would you want to see this women's division? Who would you want to maybe push back or push forward?
I don't want the tag titles where they're at. I want those two women to be single stars because I think that they should be. And I think that elevates. I feel like they're just grouping women together. Like, and not that it doesn't make sense to group them, but it's like, let them have singles runs, that would be my only thing. And Nia having the title is weird to me. She's a good, she's fine, but why does she have the title? And then Bailey kind of seems overdone. Am I wrong, or am I just kind of? Is it just because she's been so consistent that I'm over Bayley?
I think Bayley has showed. So towards the end of the year, like after Damage Control, I was out. I was checked out of Bayley, but she did put on a few good matches. I think even it was with Tiffy time, but she kind of won me back. But then because it was vintage Bayley, you know what I mean? It was something that, oh, there she is. It wasn't. I don't know if it was that Asuka and Io Sky was outshining Bayley, but it just felt like Bayley in Damage Control was just lackluster. It was not. There was nothing exciting there. Do I want to see Bayley get a push right now? Nah, not really. I would rather see, and this might be crazy, but Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea Green would have a great push. You know, obviously Tiffy time. Even Michin, like Michin's a dog, and she puts on great matches. Like, let's see her go.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I think the thing that they worry with Michin is the personality or the mic work. And I was just so thrown off. Like, we got a Michin Piper Niven match.
Yeah.
Like, you get 2 hours of SmackDown, right? And it seems like they're sticking to the 4 to 5 matches. And that was one of the matches, and I was like, what? Okay. I don't know.
We haven't seen Piper since what? Clash at the Castle?
It was just like, here's Piper.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, that I am intrigued by the dumpster match that we have coming up tomorrow with Michin and Chelsea Green. They've been the promo that Chelsea cut when she was in the trash can, like it's cool, silly stuff that the breadcrumbs that will lead to the whole picture, I think.
Yeah.
But I think you're absolutely right. SmackDown, the women's division needs some help. And I think honestly, the whole thing with Nia Jax started with Becky Lynch, right? Like that was the story. You broke my nose, and then you come back, and then you take my title. You know, I think she got the title off of Becky.
No, she got it off of Bayley.
Bayley, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. But still, it's like, what? I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like something's missing. Like a real top dog champion. Because even with Nia having it and Tiffany Stratton, I think, cashing in shortly, Tiffy doesn't even seem like a top tier women's star. I don't know, man.
Who's her dance partner though? Like, who can help her be that star? Could it be Charlotte when she comes back? Could it be Bianca getting that singles match? And
I feel like Bianca and Jade make sense. One of them, but again, then you have them in this tag picture that they are so, as a team, they seem so untouchable, even though they have lost.
Yeah.
It just seems like, how do you get the belts off of them? It's kind of a bad problem to have because they need to be these single stars. Like, I think this thing has kind of ran its course.
I agree. We need tension. We need them to break up.
Yeah, it's kind of stale. I feel like a lot of things have been stale. Not even just the women's division, but just a lot of things have been moving slowly. And I know that's kind of the time of year we're in, but it needs to ramp up for sure.
Yeah, I agree. SmackDown needs some help. I mean, they started off the new season with a bang, and we need some help there. Faith in the Tribal Chief, though, but that can't be your only story to really hold. Well, maybe you can. I don't know.
I don't know, because the thing with that, the original Bloodline storyline was so good and so hot that heat just carried, and you didn't even need. Obviously, Roman doesn't wrestle a lot on TV. You didn't need that, but right now it kind of feels like you need it.
We need our Lord and Savior, the Tribal Chief.
Have Cody. You know, I don't know. Something needs to happen. The tension between KO and Randy and Cody, well, more KO and Cody right now, is just like, I don't know. It just seems like so much stuff is up in the air, and maybe it's just because I don't know where things are going that it's starting to like annoy me.
Yeah, I agree. KO is like, no, you got your tag partner. He's just like so bitter. You got your tag partner already.
But then he gives him a hug after.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell's happening?
I was thinking about when I was thinking about this last week when Cody and Roman were at GT and they cut that great promo.
Mm-hmm.
Are we do you think we're ever gonna know what Rocky gave Cody? Because if
we have to, I think we get Rock some point before the end of the year to get ready for that Netflix premiere, or maybe that's where he comes back on Netflix. That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? That's they need to bring out all the big guns on that first show. So
and it's live, right? It's live on Netflix, right?
Yeah. And hopefully it's live, like really live for the whole United States and the world.
I don't know why. I don't know why
I'm not staying up till 9 p.m. I can't. I'm so sick of this shit.
Raw, I ain't gonna lie. Raw, it was hard, man. This week has been a busy week.
Yeah.
And I was late to Raw. It took me 2 days. So thank you for rescheduling because
no, thank you. I mean, Raw was this is the last week that Raw is 3 hours though. Goes to 2 this upcoming week. So that'll help.
What did you think about Raw last night?
I think it was much better than SmackDown, much more entertaining. I think Jay still needs a little help on the mic. He's flubbing up a few things. Like I was really excited to hear him speak. And there was one point, let me look at my note. He said, "My biggest fan, though, out of me and all my brothers is my mother. My biggest fan, though, out of me and all of my brothers is my mother." And it's kind of a weird, like, your mother isn't your brother. I know it's just like, it's like little things. You know what I mean? But you got to hit that. You've been in this thing 14 years. You're main event Jey Uso. You're the IC title champ. Like, let's hit this. Right? I hated the end where he's like, there's a lot of dogs here. And they all started barking. And then Braun walked. Like, that was almost too civil. Right?
Yeah. It was like Captain America and Iron Man, like squashing their beef.
Yeah.
You know, like
you can still talk shit. Right?
That's why I'm saying that they're buddies now. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if Braun Breaker has Jay's back if he's getting jumped and vice versa.
Yeah.
If Ludwig Kaiser, if he decides he wants to jump Braun Breaker with Gunther, Jay's gonna be there, and Jay's gonna hit a spear on one of them. Hopefully, Gunther.
So it really feels like this isn't like we're not getting Jay in this bloodline storyline, right?
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
Excuse my French. How the fuck do you not put him in the storyline?
I mean, he's cooking. He's cooking on Raw. I don't know, unless Roman's in a really bad spot. I don't see them writing Jay in now.
Because he even brought up Roman last night. I don't know last night.
Yeah.
On Monday night when he said, you know, what did he say? My family made it hard for me. Roman made it hard for me my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So he brought up Roman, which really I don't think he has since they've been on the same show.
No, it's mostly been Braun Breaker being like, yo, a family thing.
Yeah.
Even with the reunion with Sami Zayn, like I thought there was breadcrumbs to having a reunion, but I honestly don't, unless we take a total,
something happens
curve. Yeah. I don't see Jay going into that storyline yet. I think maybe before Mania, maybe.
Do we finally get what I've been wanting for months?
What's that?
Heel Wyatt sixes coming and dismantling, tearing Jay apart. Get him off of TV for a little bit. Have him come out and help at a Survivor Series. I don't know. I'm just dream booking. You know, I know Hunter, we've seen it. Hunter does listen to the show. He's putting some of the stuff in the show. Like, you know, I said last week about the breaking of the ring with the two monsters, and that, you know, that happened last Raw. So Hunter, call me.
Doug, that match was so good.
It was so fun. It was so fun. Like when they said they were closing with it, I was like, that's interesting. But it was great.
The person that worries me, and I was telling Wifey this last night, Braun Strowman is the one that worries me that he can't really keep up because you could tell his knees are shot. But Bronson Reed is a freak athlete.
Oh, yeah.
A freak athlete. and he has the look. He's menacing, but at the same time, you're like, I want this guy to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is my guy. I want him to go.
No
and
doubt.
when they go into it's the last monster standing match. They're going into the crowd. They're going through chairs. Strowman messed up with that forearm. That was a weak ass forearm to knock Bronson Reed off the top.
Well, he's more careful with his forearms now. From I don't know if you ever saw the video of him going too fast with Brock Lesnar and Brock giving him a quick 2-piece to the side of the head, telling him slow the fuck down.
Really?
I think Braun is much more careful as a wrestler after that. But yeah,
I'm gonna have to go back and do my.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Yeah,
shoot that to me. What was he about to Goldberg Brock Lesnar?
Well, it was a triple threat match, and I think he was just. Braun was going fast, trying to keep up. He's the biggest guy in the match, but not, as agile as who was the other? Was it Reigns or Rollins? I'd have to go back and look. And Brock, who was super athletic, and quick. And I think Braun was just trying to go too fast and did something he wasn't supposed to do. And then he connects. Brock Lesnar connects with the side of that big Braun Strowman dome, and then he goes, slow the fuck down, and you're like, dang.
Okay.
Yeah. But, I think that's maybe why he's a little more careful these days.
Dude, Strowman off the top of the ropes into everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That had to have been about, he's what, 380 with flight?
You think he's 380? I think he's more.
You think he's 4 something?
He's tall. He's very tall. Let me get
6'8"?
IT on this.
I think he's about 6'8", maybe 6'9". A huge man falling down from about 12 feet. Jumping.
They say he's 6'8", 386. I feel like he's more than that. I'm just gonna say it. I feel like he weighs more than that.
Damn.
Either way, 386 coming off flying like that at you. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of force.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Terror Twins with the brawl. I love the Rhea Ripley coming out and dog walking Liv Morgan until she didn't.
Yeah.
We get a look at the shark cage.
Yeah, the shark cage. We get to see where Dom is going to be hanging out during that match. With the Terror Twins, are you invested in the storyline? Obviously, yes, with Rhea, but with Damian and Finn, like, do you really care right now?
Yes, they're boys. Okay. They were former boys. We're gonna put a nail in this coffin. The story's there. I know the next promo package that we get is gonna be nice. It's gonna be really good. I was hoping.
Well, that was the last one, right? The last one is Raw. We're not getting another one.
Oh, that's true. Yep, you're right. That's true.
This is why I'm not super invested in that specific part of the storyline. Is it seems like every time we see these two in the ring at the same time, because someone comes in and Damian's always getting the better of Finn. Have we seen Finn do anything like go over in any way, beating the crap out of him?
Monday.
The last 2 weeks?
Yeah, Monday he did. You don't remember him hitting Kamuta Bob, whatever?
Kamuta Bob?
What's it called? When he jumps off the top rope, double...
coup de grace.
Coup de grace, yeah. Hit him with the coup de grace. What's it called? Kombucha?
Yeah, hit him with the kombucha off the top rope.
Kamutamas? He hit him with that.
Coup de grace. God dang.
Coup de grace.
There you go.
Coup de grace.
Well, that's cool. De grace.
Coup de grace. Hit him with the coup de grace. That's not Irish. That's not.
Coup de grace.
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
They hit him with the sling blade. Like, he put that work in on Priest. He showed that Priest, yeah, you might be big, but I could take you down.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I'm just not into it.
But you're not into Damian Priest anyway.
I am. I wasn't, but I quickly became into him. But it just feels like, we can get to Bad Blood in a sec. There's 2 more things I want to touch on Raw, but like,
are you leaving Bronson Reed and Strowman?
Are
you leaving Bronson Reed and Strowman?
What do you mean? Like, done with that conversation? Yeah. Unless you got something else you want to add.
Yeah, Seth Rollins is back.
Freaking Rollins. Yeah. Okay.
Hit Bronson Reed with a stomp. Is this a new storyline that we're going to see? Because obviously Reed needs to come back after Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we get them too. Get a little something fun at Survivor Series.
I'm for that.
Yeah, me too.
Didn't like Seth Rollins' outfit. Typically, my man swaggy. Today, he just looked lazy. You know,
he's just in all black. I kind of liked it.
Nah, man.
He's not here for the
flamboyant.
No, you can't. You can't be running in with that shit on when you're trying to do a sneak attack.
You can't have feathers and do the stomp.
Yeah, they're gonna see you a mile. You can't peacock trying to sneak up on somebody. What are we talking about?
All right, go ahead. You can leave now.
I was just saying, out of all of the matches that we have for Bad Blood, like that Priest Finn is almost in the same I don't care as the Nia Bailey match for me. And I think I almost care more about Nia Bailey because I'm thinking about Tiffany Stratton, the potential of Tiffany Stratton cashing in. I don't know.
Damn, that's disrespectful.
But do you care about Priest Balor more than Liv Rhea? No. You care more about Punk Drew in Hell in a Cell?
No.
Hell no. More than Cody and Roman against the...
Hell no.
See? So there you go.
Yeah.
Just say it. Just say, Wonder, you are right. You're right.
You're right. You're right. I would go Nia 5, Finn Priest 4. I'd go...
But it's close. It's close.
Yeah. I would go Liv Rhea 3. And then Drew Punk 4, 2, and then Bloodline Rody. That's the tag team. 1. That's as far as priority goes for me.
You know what? Punk Drew was number 1 for me.
They couldn't even climb on the. Did you see Punk struggle to get on the cage last Monday?
It's the Hell in a Cell though. Like that's why it's number 1. And it's the end of this. It better be the end of this storyline, and that's why I'm so excited for it. I'm excited to see what happens there. Cody Roman against the Bloodline it's really the beginning of it all. As far as matches go, we're going to get a lot of these matches going forward, but this is going to be the first. 2 things I wanted to touch on Raw that I haven't yet. I don't know if you have anything else. The Wyatts, was that Alexa Bliss in that promo at the very end or in the package at the very end?
No, I didn't notice.
Okay. Well, go back and watch it. A little, their videos, that they put out saying all kinds of cryptic stuff. I feel like that was Alexa Bliss at the very end.
Well, we've been waiting for her.
Yeah.
Where's she at? You know, how does she even... I mean, they didn't even let Nikki Cross wrestle, man. Were they going to let Alexa Bliss come in and wrestle?
She was in the, but who, I mean... We haven't seen them wrestle much anyways. We've had the street fight and like official wrestling matches. We didn't even have is that the only one we've had? And then Howdy and Gable.
Yeah.
I think those are the only 2 actual matches we've seen from them. We've seen them come to the ring and beat people up.
Yeah.
And so she was in one of the 2 matches,
Not doing nothing. She had one off the top rope.
Yeah. So that was one thing. Is that Alexa Bliss? And
then the 3 letters, the cryptic 3 letters.
Yeah, what is that?
That popped up again. I still think it's the Viking Raiders.
Could be.
Just because of the writing. I don't think it has anything to do with the Wyatt 6.
I don't think it does either.
I don't think it would have anything to do with Becky or Charlotte.
Yeah.
Or Asuka. I don't think we're anticipating anybody else returning. Especially not on the men's division.
Yeah. It could be them.
But I don't understand why they would get the Viking Raiders were never a big tag team,
Yeah.
Ivar was great, but hell yeah, Ivar could go.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where, I mean, Bronson Reed has a lot of heat right now, and Ivar, the last time that he had heat was with Bronson Reed. So I don't know. Maybe I'm still thinking it's the Viking Raiders, Valhalla, something going on there.
Yeah. One other note: the Ilya Dragunov torn ACL, out 6 to 9 months.
Oh, it's awful.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Damn. That sucks.
The one guy that, like, out of all the athletes, I'm like, man, that dude's future is bright, and now And we've been through injuries, right? Like with injuries comes depression. There comes a lot of like mental health stuff with this too. And for somebody that is reaching his peak and the spotlight's on him, this guy has a lot of potential. I feel bad that this happens right now, but I hope he doesn't like fall into that depression. Like, grind, bro, grind. You'll be back.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I actually had one more note. The Miz turning on Truth, which is fine, but the problem I have with the whole storyline is like Cross couldn't get the New Day to turn on each other. It's unfolding in front of our eyes. Also, talk about a heel turn, ripping off Rey Mysterio's mask. What?
Yeah, dog.
You don't do that. Woods just ripped it off. Oh, I did it on accident. That match kind of sucked as a whole, but that ending was like, oh shit, okay. But Cross gets Miz to turn on Truth in like 2 weeks when he couldn't do it with the New Day, and it feels like that New Day storyline just stopped. Am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right. It did.
And there was the weird shit with Odyssey. I mean, obviously he did some stuff out of the ring that got him kicked out of WWE, but that was a weird pivot to just be like, oh, okay, Cross is now going to mess with Miz and Truth.
Yeah. Super weird. Hurt my heart. I love R-Truth. The world loves R-Truth. The audience hated the heel turn.
Yeah.
You could tell the audience was just like, there was no emotion. It was just like, for real?
Yeah.
Like we were just people over there. What's up? And now it's like, you did that to our man Truth?
Yeah. I think it'll be a fun payoff for Truth to get the win over Miz at some point. But yeah, it's just kind of, and then where does this lead? Where does this put both of them? What?
I'm just thinking about the promo before with Strowman. He's like, Andre.
Oh yeah.
we got a match with somebody called Op, or what was it?
Yeah, AOP.
AOP.
Yeah.
AOP. Authors of Pain.
Pain. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Man, like the WWE needs Truth, man.
Yeah, they do.
We need Truth, and I wish Truth had as much TV time as he did 6 months ago. Now, but hey, hopefully we see more of Truth with this, with him being super babyface now.
Yeah, I mean, with the show going to 2 hours, they're gonna just have to put out their best stuff. So I don't know where that leaves. Truth is that great comedic relief, but he can also wrestle too. And I just feel like they don't. He's getting older, as we know. What is he, like 40 something?
Yo, what if this is the introduction to Cena in Truth? We're still waiting for Cena. What if this is like? I mean, Truth is Cena's his favorite wrestler. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just stay with me now.
Okay. All right.
Cena's like, yo, y'all did my man Truth wrong. But
Yeah.
there's no belt involved. I don't know. Maybe it's a quick thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
Let me dream book. All right.
I'm just thinking Cena comes back for his retirement tour for the 6 months, and he's like, I know what I want to do. Me and Truth. Okay, well,
It gets Karrion Kross.
Hunter's like, what?
Yeah, I'd have got fired.
Yeah. Don't be putting that out there. Hopefully Hunter turned this off.
Yeah.
I'm not hiring these guys.
We didn't even talk about Mr. McMahon. Should we wrap up? Should we wrap up Raw?
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about Mr. McMahon and then jump into Bad Blood?
I think, yeah, let's do McMahon real quick.
Okay.
For me, there wasn't a lot of stuff I didn't already know. I enjoyed the old videos, like episode 1 and 2, the old stuff that they showed. I really loved that. But from a wrestling fan perspective, I knew about a lot of the things, and a lot of it. I mean, this goes to speak about how much he was like walked that line of like Vince McMahon, the owner of WWE, and then Mr. McMahon. Like they didn't have much to tell about him outside of work, minus the bad stuff that that has happened, that he's done. It's like everything else was just strictly shit you saw on TV or stuff that, you may have heard on podcasts or what have you. So I think this documentary was more made for folks that maybe didn't know the whole story or didn't follow the whole time. It was really well done. I liked it. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's just going to be a fluff piece," and I'm like, "It really wasn't that."
No, they owned a lot of stuff, man. Like even outside of Mr. McMahon, like the B-side conversations with Triple H and him talking about, I don't know how we got away with some of the, and it's showing the blackface, it's showing the the sexual stuff. And by the way, HBK still got it. He comes out on NXT and the girls still go wild. I'm like, HBK still got it.
And one eye going one way, one I can't even like that.
Yeah. But the one thing you're absolutely right about the documentary. A lot of it's common knowledge I shouldn't say common knowledge.
Wrestling fans know it.
Exactly. Yeah. One thing that did surprise me that I didn't really think about too much was Shane McMahon's part in the company.
Yeah.
And the tension between him and Stephanie with who's going to have Daddy's company after Daddy's gone, and how much Shane had to prove himself, or it felt like he had to prove himself. The embrace after WrestleMania with Undertaker, just that was something that I was like, I didn't really realize it. I seen it, I felt it, but I didn't realize that. I didn't look at it through that way of being a son and having a dad that is writing everything right for Stephanie, and she's now married to the next guy in line to take over the company. How Shane feels about this whole thing,
Yeah, I agree. There was a lot. They dove deeper into that relationship and the issues they had with one another. I think the thing that I forgot about, but that stood out the most, was like when they talked about how Shane had tried to get his dad to buy UFC.
Yes.
And Vince was just like, I don't see it. We have these characters, but can you imagine how different everything would be? Good or bad, I don't know, if Vince McMahon had bought UFC back then.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm glad the way things happened, the way they did with the Fertitta brothers and Dana White buying the company. I think they bought it for like $4 million, I think, at the time. Nothing compared to what it's worth now. I think at the time, right now in 2024, I think in TKO, I think the UFC is big brother to the WWE as far as money.
Yeah. I mean, you know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I know.
There's no stars in UFC. And Vince was right about that in a sense, because WWE, you build up a star, right? It's a soap opera, athletic soap opera, right? You build up these stars. UFC, someone gets knocked out, your top guy, he's done. More than likely, he may have a chance to come back, but once they get that first loss, it's just different, right? And promoting a star is hard in UFC for longevity purposes. Yeah. Like there's no Floyd Mayweathers, right? So anyways, I'll get off that.
The anomaly was Conor McGregor, but I mean that's it. That's the anomaly.
Personality, he had everything. Even if he was going to lose. Out. Yeah, that too. Yeah. Yep.
But Bad Blood. Yeah, Mr. McMahon, go check it out on Netflix. Let us know your thoughts on it. Now, Bad Blood.
Oh, we need Wrestler of the Week. Wrestler of the Week.
I gotta go with Big Bronson Reed, dog. Like,
okay.
Big Bronson Reed brought it. He did not. I mean, to be as big as you are and to be as athletic as you are, and then to do it with a guy bigger than you.
Yeah.
And I mean, Bronson Reed's maybe 6 foot, and Strowman's almost damn near 7 foot. You know what I mean? So to wrestle with a guy that big and to really pull, man, I gotta give it to him.
Yeah. I'm actually going with Braun Strowman. His partner in this match. I don't think you could go wrong either way, but it was a big look for Strowman to get a win, like in the main event of Raw, and everything they did in that match. And yes, the forearm wasn't great, but I'm giving it to Braun this week.
All right, man. Big man meat.
Your favorite.
Yeah, exactly. Bad Blood. I'm upset. I'm gonna miss Bad Blood live, so I'll be rewatching on Sunday.
I will also miss it live.
Presented by Morgan & Morgan and Wendy's. I hate Morgan and Morgan, man. They're all over every podcast I watch. Bad Blood happening this Saturday on Peacock, so definitely go check it out. Nia Jax and Bayley. Do you think we start off with this match, or do you think we start off with Cody and Roman?
I think we start off with the women's, with Liv and Rhea.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that's the match we start off with. I think we get probably Damian and Finn right after, Hell in a Cell, middle, Nia, Bayley, the popcorn match, for lack of a better term, and then the Cody Roman. Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the women's world championship. Holy smoke! I was gonna say that's the only title, but it's all women's titles on this one.
Women's world championship, and then the WWE Women's Championship. Which, can we give them different names?
Yeah.
Can we do something different? I don't
know. Liv and Rhea, how do you think this is gonna go?
So Dom is, for all intents and purposes, out of the match, right? So he can't cheat. I mean, he could. I don't know, man. I feel like this isn't a big enough pay-per-view or a PLE for Rhea to win. I think Liv wins, and I think someone comes back. Now, I don't know who that is. I was trying to think, who is Rhea pissed off in the past when there was a lot, right? When she was with Judgment Day. Do we get Raquel Rodriguez coming back to help, or Atlanta? We're in Atlanta. Do we get Charlotte Flair back? And I know, Charlotte is more does Carolinas, but this whole Southern territory was Flair's stomping ground. So I don't know, but I think Liv wins, and I think it's someone coming back to help.
Maybe it's Becky.
But why would Becky
Because she lost her title too. Wasn't it Liv? No, it wasn't Liv. No, that was the last match she had was with Liv, though.
Yeah, I don't think it's Becky. I don't think it's Becky. Yeah.
Man, I would love
unless Becky's coming back as a heel.
True. I would love to see Raquel Rodriguez come back. She's one of my top 5 women wrestlers right now.
She joins the Judgment Day. That'd be cool, right? Be a good little push for her.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
She size-wise, her and Rhea put on a great match.
Mm-hmm.
I think Raquel Rodriguez is the strongest woman. Bianca, probably one of the strongest to go. So
yeah.
I think Liv retains her title on this one. I don't see Mommy beating her.
Yeah.
And I think Dom is gonna scream his little head off now that we find out that he's claustrophobic.
But it's different. You could be claustrophobic. I think the fear is being up that high and not being able to do anything about it. Because you can see out. You're not it's not closed off.
Yeah.
It's bars, but I don't know.
We're talking about being suspended. Going back to Mr. McMahon and the Owen Hart situation.
Ugh, the worst.
I remember Owen Hart passing away. I remember the incident. I didn't realize that the blood was his that was still on the canvas.
I didn't either. I didn't realize that. And I didn't know I didn't know that. Yeah, that was awful.
And now it's we all think Brett hates the WWE because of, the screw job. But nah, man, you guys still kept going with my brother.
Yeah.
And I bet, even though he says after the investigation, I bet you he still feels some type of conspiracy type thing.
Yeah. The wildest thing about that whole thing, I didn't watch that pay-per-view. I mean, pay-per-views were pretty expensive back then, but I remember sitting in my science class, my first period science class in 7th grade. And my boy at the time, Curtis Booth, who got all of the pay-per-views, was like,
he's not friends with Curtis Booth no more.
Well, I just haven't talked to him. There's nothing wrong with him.
No, you very clarified at the time. I don't like this.
I just haven't talked to him in 20 years. I don't know. But I remember in science class, I was like, so how was the pay-per-view? And he goes, Owen Hart died. And I was like, what? He really, he died, or, and he's like, no, he died. And I was like, what the hell? And I remember our science teacher was like, hey, And so we had to sit. And then he told me after, I was like, dang, that is wild. I still remember. I remember it like it was yesterday.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, back to Bad Blood.
Yeah.
All right, so we're both picking Liv on this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, you want to? Did you say Nia?
No, I'm saying Damian and Finn is next.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, there's to me there's not a lot of juice in this, but I think Damian gets the win.
Priest is gonna get. Mommy lost, so Priest will get this win.
Yeah. Yep. And see how quickly we did that. Yeah.
The one thing that I was hoping to see last week or the week before is a promo with the Demon, or hoping to get the Demon.
I don't think we get the Demon until he's out of Judgment Day, because the Demon is such a fan favorite.
Yeah,
you can't boo the Demon.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Your queen, Nia Jax and Bayley, women's champion, WWE Women's Championship.
I don't think it matters who wins. I think that Tiffany's cashing in, because there's been enough tension between her and Nia, and I think this is where this is the big thing that happens like that on this PLE, right? Like, we're gonna get someone returning, but as far as a title changing hands and people like, oh wow, this happened, I think it's Tiffany cashing in.
I agree. Even with the way she treated Tiffy on Friday, I mean, just degrading her and just, mushing her, and like, nah, you can't do that. Tiffy's had enough. She's cashing in, and it's gonna be nice.
Yep.
All right. That leads us to Drew. Drew and CM Punk.
Yep.
Hell in a Cell.
Hell. We were going to do a throwback match of the very Bad Blood when Kane showed up. I sent that to you, but it was like, we have too much to talk about. Hell in a Cell, always fun. Use that cage. They're both going to bleed. Like, they're both bleeding. Punk has to bleed every match. Like, there's got to be blood, anytime he wrestles. To me, it makes no sense to have Punk go over. Drew is going to be in the company for a number of years. Punk is pretty old, right? As far as in-ring career, I don't know how much longer he lasts. I say all that, but also, when Finn lost to Edge 2 WrestleManias ago, I was like, what the fuck why did that happen? But I'm picking Drew.
I think Drew wins, and I think CM Punk wins Royal Rumble.
Oh God. Ugh.
Drew will win.
No, he can't win Rumble, bro.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. He almost won last year. Imagine now you don't even have Cody in the Royal Rumble now. Like, he's gonna win.
Oh, don't even put that out in the air. No, we'll get a Roman win, a Braun Breaker win. Yeah, I'm no. God damn it.
All right, that leads us to the main event of Bad Blood. It is Cody Rhodes and your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, the Bloodline. We only salute the OTC. All right. This one right here, man, this is the highlight of the night. We get Roman, Cody tagging. I don't know who's going to start the match. I'm assuming that Cody starts the match against Solo, or we got to see Cody and Solo, and
there has to be a big tag for Roman. Big hop. Yeah.
I'm gonna choose the Bloodline. I think the Bloodline beats them. It just creates more drama for Roman Reigns. Maybe the chemistry isn't there. These guys have never worked together. And we know Solo and Jacob has worked together. They've been in more matches than obviously Roman and Cody. I think the chemistry is going to be off, and ultimately that's what's going to lose them the match. And that's only going to create more tension between those two, but then also more tension with Roman and the Bloodline.
So does Cody get pinned then? Because Roman's not getting pinned. There's no way in hell Roman is pinned.
Nah, Cody gets pinned. Solo Sikoa is going to do the pinning.
Do we see KO?
Or do we see Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu not have the chemistry? And Jacob Fatu,
not yet.
So Solo's gonna mush Jacob in the face at some point, and Jacob is gonna be like, "Yo, had enough of your trash, homie."
Or he's just gonna do that. I love you. I don't think it's time for Solo and Jacob to have. I mean, you can plant a small seed, but I do think that the bloodline is going over. I just don't know how it happens. It's obviously not going to be a clean win. They are going to be pinning Cody. Is KO involved in some weird way? Is Randy involved? Do we get the other folks like you had talked about, Zilla, and does Jimmy come back? There's just so many questions about this one. But I do think the bloodline gets the win to further the story and maybe cause some type of, riff. I mean, like they already have a riff, Cody and Roman, right? And then also cause something between KO and Cody even more, and Randy. Like there's a lot of things that can come from this. And I don't think they're going to do it all at one time, because that doesn't even make sense to do it all, on one PLE. But it just feels like this is a bloodline win, and the bigger win comes later for Cody and Roman.
That's it. Bad Blood this Saturday. Let us know your thoughts.
Early. Don't forget, it's 4 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Eastern. Starts early.
There you go. I'm gonna be at FitCon this weekend, this Saturday.
Nice. My wife and I are celebrating our anniversary. It was our anniversary a couple weeks ago. Finally celebrating it, so I will have copious amounts of wine and other drinks while Bad Blood is going on, but I won't be watching it. So
it's your anniversary. It's anniversary. All right. We're gonna put a ribbon on this show. All right.
Put a fork in it.
If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at Rawka, DRERAWKA. If you want to follow the podcast, Figure the number 4 podcast on Instagram. Tell your punk ass friends about us. We're doing cool things over here. We're talking about pro wrestling. It's the hottest it's ever been. And your tribal chief, he's keeping this thing afloat.
The Will Wonder Show on Instagram. What month are we in? It's October.
Yes.
31 days of Halloween. As we record this, we're on day 3. And I've dropped 3 reviews in 3 days, and that will continue to happen. I do have some other surprises as the month goes on. 31 days of Halloween, the Will Wonder Show YouTube, subscribe. Everything's on there. You can also listen to the episodes wherever you get podcasts. DJ Will Wonder on X, which, God, X is just, it's been a cesspool, but now that it's election season, my God, that thing is tough to get on.
It is annoying, and it makes my anxiety go up when they're talking about the port workers going on strike and all this stuff about people hoarding and all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Elon's just really just been like, let's just make this thing as sickening as it can be. Let's talk hashtag World War III, hashtag stock market crash. And it's like the stock market, you know what? We're not going to get into it. Just do your research, folks. Like the real research.
There you go. All right, we out of here. Enjoy the rest of your night or day or whatever. Peace.